Hi everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins and today I want your input on this and I want to see your comments down below. Now, this is going to be at the beginning of 2025 and it's going to be a lot of information over the year on samurai kanji. So do you like kanji? Do you like Japanese? Do you like that type of thing? So I'm going to be working predominantly alongside Scott from Sengoku Studies. Hopefully you other guys will come involved. The playlist is a collaborative one, but on the whole, if you like samurai and you're here to learn a little bit, then you can. I'm not a Japanese speaker, I am a researcher, but I have a smattering of Japanese here and there. So today we're going to focus on some kanji. Second, now I'm going to put the kanji on the screen by the side. So we're going to be looking at certain kanji here to do with the samurai. So why is it Bushido and samurai are said different ways? Are the kanji different? Well, they are actually different. We're not going to focus on the kanji for samurai today, but we're going to focus on hei. Now, you can see number 1 and 2 are hei. They both say hei, but they are different. Number 1 means like a flat plane, and it means, that's one of its connotations, but its other connotation is normality. So, for example, when you're just walking on the normal road, you're walking in the normal plains, you're not up a hill, you're not up a mountain, you're not in a river, you're somewhere there, you're in normal times. So this is pronounced hei in Japan, okay? Hei, like that, right? And the next one there, number 2, is also hei. However, if you look, this is a little guy with an axe over his head in armour, going, strong man. And this is a very military term. Now, in the last quote you saw, it talks about hei being used instead of shi. Now, I'm going to go into that in a minute. Now, the next one is shi. Now, this is the shi, number 3. This is shi from Bushido. Okay, shi is an old Chinese. These are all Chinese, but this is an old Chinese kanji to mean gentleman. So, bushi means military gentleman, military scholar. So, for example, they would have considered Confucius a shi, someone up there with, education, learning, a gentleman, someone of leisure, someone with the ability to not go to work and do some study instead. So you get shi. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So, with number 4 is heishi, okay? Normal samurai. Samurai at normal times. Bushi is the bushi word, but heishi, so bushi can be dropped to shi, okay? Shinobi no mono can be dropped to shinobi. Then you can put other things to it, and it has the same connotation as shinobi no mono. Because shinobi, or shinobu, just means to enter, like you guys know. So, in this case, bushi is military gentleman. But you drop the bu and just have shi, and the implication in Japan is still military. Shi. So, hei shi. Not normal gentlemen, just sitting around doing their stuff, looking at their pocket watches. This means normal samurai, i.e. not your commanders, not your generals, not the people who are doing the esoteric stuff, just the normal run-of-the-mill, the guy who's going to be on the battlefield with a sword and the spear and everything. Now, the next one, again, heishi. Now, this is different. This means military personnel, okay, or one way of saying military personnel. So this is similar to number 6, which is shisotsu. Shisotsu. Again, military gentleman, because the bu is dropped and shi is the military, it's implied, and sotsu is lower class soldiers. So samurai and soldiers. So often I've translated this as samurai and soldiers along with yoshie. So number 1, hei, normal times. Number 2, hei, military people. Shi, gentleman, but military gentleman from bushi. Heishi, normal warriors. Heishi, military personnel. And shisotsu, samurai and lower class soldiers, going into the Ashigaru realm. Heishi, number 5 and number 6 are similar. Heishi and shisotsu can sometimes be used interchangeably. Now, what was very interesting about that quote at the beginning, very interesting, is the fact that it says hei is used in military times. Now, and shi is used for, normal times, i.e., just chilling about. So this is interesting. It talks about ikusa kotoba, which means military words, basically. Military, the way you would say retreat instead of run away. Yep, that type of thing. So what we find here is this idea, and it's only one sentence in one document, and it really, really jumped out to me in the sense that it says, when we go to war, samurai switch their language to hei. Oh, the soldiers are here. When they're not in war, they're toning it down to shi. Oh, this bushi did this and this shi did that. And it goes to war. Hei did this and there was a hei, something, hei. So, hei ho. Bushido in Japan usually means the way you act in normal times. It's not usually about war, it's how you act in normality. Whereas Heido, or the way of Hei no Ho, the way of the soldier is more military. Now you see this with sword schools. They start to use Heido and things like this. Basically this idea of, they don't say Bushido for military jumping a sword. They usually use Hei as to say, yeah, we are using soldiers' ways. Probably Musashi does this, Yagyu do this. So I didn't really notice it until I came across this sentence in the Book of Samurai series, which I showed an advert for at the beginning. I didn't really come across that until this, and then I realised, now it's only one document, so we do need more research, but it's a solid document, and it's saying that there is a point, a way to steer towards hei when it's military, and shi when it's less military. But of course the Edo period comes, and this was early Edo period, this document, and then it starts to cross over, and you'll find that that's not a rule throughout. So the question comes is, if you trace all them back to the early Edo period, in the Sengoku period, was it a bit more strict? Because in general, when you see Yagyu stuff, hei is used for fighting. Doesn't use gunpo, gunjutsu. That all tends to be high level tactics. Hei-ho tends to be, so you all know Hei-ho. Hei-ho tends to be sword fighting and spears. So sometimes you get Hei-do, or the way of the soldier. Hei-ho is a similar thing with different connotations. We're getting outside of the kanji here. I can go into this, guys, if you need me to strip this kanji for you. But on the whole, we are seeing a veering towards hei for war and shi for civilian life, and then that probably mixes up. Nobody has done a full analysis of it. It all comes from one sentence. Let's imagine a full analysis is done, and then it says, yeah, by the Edo period, they're just intermingling all this. But my philosophy, my idea is that you strip it back to the Sengoku period, and we know that there's a language change in the late 1500s, and that the Japanese start changing different language. Words like shinobi pop up instead of kusa and all the other stuff that was kanja before, and we start to see a unification of words, but also we start to see a mixing of different words from different provinces. So it's not as easy as it appears. But I'm going to leave it there, guys, because we're going up to 10 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Anthony Cummins. Again, as I say from the beginning, I am the author of the Book of Samurai, where this quote is from, this kanji is from. I hope you enjoyed that. This is in a playlist, predominantly with Scott from Sengoku Studies. But I encourage anyone else who has a smattering understanding of Japanese to come and have a go. I've made sure the playlist is collaborative, so let's have a see at that. Right, guys, I will speak to you later.